Hi, Dr. Simeon Roger here, and yeah, I'm really glad that you meditate regularly. That's a fantastic thing to do. But, yes, and it is a big but. So, before we get to exactly what that but is, I'm really glad that you do meditate regularly, and I'm going to assume, for practical purposes, that because you're here watching this particular video, you're someone who's very, very interested in a strong, powerful, real spiritual life. And that you're not just meditating, doing mindfulness meditation, for instance, to reduce your stress. Now, don't get me wrong, if that's the sum total of the meditation you're doing, don't stop. So I'm not here to tell you that mindfulness meditation is garbage. It isn't. It's just a very preliminary stage. So in my best-selling book, The 5 Pillars of Life, one of the things I talk about are what I refer to as authentic ancient traditions. So just to recap, ancient traditions of spiritual life that can actually prove on the basis of documented evidence that they will get you where they say they're going to get you. They get the results they say they're going to get. They've done it time after time, down through the centuries, across multiple cultures. And in every one of those traditions, you'll find multiple forms of meditation typically. Either meditation, meditative prayer, not always called meditation necessarily. You'll find all of this. What's really important to understand here, and this is often glossed over, is that if we take just a piece out, like mindfulness meditation, and we assume that somehow that's making us spiritual, no, actually not so much. Reducing stress? Hopefully. Probably does. But there's a lot more to spiritual life. If you want a powerful spiritual life, first of all, you're always dealing with at least 3 levels of reality. First of all, there are the teachings. The teachings, then second level, the tool set, the tools that the tradition is actually giving you to work with. And third, and very important, your own experience. Now, you can't afford to isolate any one of these. Isolate the teachings, you become an abstract intellectual. Isolate the tools, you don't understand where they're going. Isolate your experience, and you don't understand anything at all. Okay? So all of these 3 things, there's a feedback loop among these. So typically and traditionally, what would always happen is you're always working with the teachings, you're always trying more and more to understand the teachings, and also understand that usually in those traditions, the words in the teachings are simply verbal symbols. They're verbal symbols meant to convey a reality that you're meant to experience in your own being. So you work with the teachings, trying to understand what they imply. You use the tool set to actualize those teachings in your own life. You put those teachings to the test. You test drive them. Where do you test drive them? Right here in your psychophysical organism. Your psychophysical organism is your workshop. And that's a term that was used even in the ancient Christian mystical tradition. This is your workshop. Okay, so you have to use your workshop. You go into your workshop, test drive the tools, then you're always going back to see, evaluate your experience. Evaluate on the basis of what? Evaluate your experience on the basis of the teachings. What are they telling you? What did you experience? How could you then go back and using the tools, how can you tweak that experience, tweak the results that you got, tweak your process, as it were. So there's always this feedback loop going on. And it's really important to be working with all of those 3 levels of information and reality as you move forward in your spiritual life. So that's it for now. Again, mindfulness meditation doesn't suck. It's a great place to start, but it is only the beginning. I'm Dr. Simeon Roger, and if you really want a robust spiritual life, feel free to use the link in the description. Go check out our Advanced Spiritual Foundations course, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.